Test, test, tests. What's going on, guys? Yes, I got the mic working, and I think that you guys are starting to like this a little bit better. I got a lot of people that shown up, giving you a little bit of time to get your bearings straight. Tune into the live stream. I think I'm gonna stick with that. So let me know what you think in the comments, or maybe in the chat if you guys like me giving you just a few minutes to get yourself settled before you kind of tune into the daily video. Let me know. Nevertheless, welcome to today's midday market recap. My name is Brad, and this is Own the Chaos, where we talk about everything over-the-counter penny stocks. Now, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is starting to become a little bit relevant. We've seen a nice little uptick on in the crypto space, and so I thought it might be important to cover some of the cryptocurrency stocks that are related to the OTC that might be worth taking a look at. So as I'm scrolling through here, I'm seeing some folks roll in. So good to see you. Don, sometimes you guys, yeah. What's going on, man? Glad to see you here, Tom, Stone Cold, TT, a couple of new faces here. I guess a lot of people are probably curious as to what my takes are on some of the cryptocurrency related stocks. And so I'll go over some of those as well. If you are not subscribed to this channel, hopefully I earn your subscription throughout this video, and as well as a thumbs up. But what I really kind of want you to go check out is our free trading community. It's called WeTradeHQ.com. The links are down in the description below, and it's absolutely free to join. And I'm not the best cryptocurrency person, that the resource that's out there, but I know how to follow certain trends and certain patterns that as it relates to the cryptocurrency space, as well as other sectors too. But having said that, if you want to know more information about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, what have you, we have mentors within our space at WeTradeHQ that can help you with that. Not just that, but all areas of the market. So as you can see, Don Francho is here. He is also a mentor within the WeTradeHQ community and is really good at the types of trading that he does. And it's all within his own niche and little area in the market. And that's what makes WeTradeHQ so unique and so great. I mean, it's absolutely free to join. We have over 4,200 members from around the world learning and growing and celebrating each other's success so that no matter what you're trading in the market, WeTradeHQ is the place for you. So let's get started. Share my screen here with you real quick, and I'm going to pull up WeTradeHQ.com. So again, you can pull up the integrated trading view chart over at WeTradeHQ, and this is what's going on with Bitcoin. It's at 78.65. Man, when I was starting to prepare for this live stream, it was actually at, I think it was at 7,600, I want to say, 7,700. And so it just keeps climbing, it looks like, making some decent moves. My 2 cents here is don't buy it up here. Okay. I think people are probably going to cringe at this, or maybe ask why, or maybe raise some eyebrows. Man, Brad, really, you don't want to buy it right here? And here's my thought process. The time to buy it would have been way down here. The time to buy it would have been way down here when nobody was caring about it. Nobody was, interested in Bitcoin, and it was dropping down to really low lows. This would have been the time to buy it. It's the way that it's kind of trending. It looks like it could potentially get 10,000. Sure, maybe, and maybe it will. I'm not saying that it isn't, but why would you buy it at its peak at this point? It looks like it's starting to break a key possible resistance here, and that maybe it already has actually. And so even if so, I think it's just way too volatile. And so as you can see, Don said he bought it at 5K, 6K. He didn't trust it, and that's fine, but that would have been a reasonable level to buy it at, though. 5,000, maybe some 6, but really down here in the 4,000 range, that probably would have been the time to get it. Right now, definitely not a good idea. As you can see historically, look at the volatility on Bitcoin. So that's just my 2 cents on Bitcoin as a whole. It's probably going to make another drop at some point. The bottom's going to drop out of this, and we've seen 85, 90% drop-offs from highs previously. And you can see, I mean, it's not hard to see that the insane volatility that it is Bitcoin, and really anything in the cryptocurrency space. Having said that, there are penny stocks that react to Bitcoin and how it moves. And so that's what I wanted to kind of talk about today a little bit. One thing that I want to mention real quick is SRDP. SRDP is really starting to get some action. Somebody pointed this out to me when I was at 3 cents, and I guess I should have listened to him. But it's actually really getting a move on. And why is it all of a sudden doing that? Well, it's because of this. So BHP is a blockchain financial platform based on guaranteed hash power. Now, don't ask me what any of that stuff is, but what do I always tell you guys that I like? I like mergers. I like reverse mergers, and that's what's going on with SRDP, BHPA. So this is the Nevada Secretary of State. They recently went through a name change, kind of under the radar. And so you go to the Secretary of State, SRDP had a name change to BHPA, and updated share structure looks to be at about 17,900,000. So it's really nice and thin. And so, yeah, this is why I think that SRDP could get a nice little move on. We all already know that reverse mergers are really nice plays, and then it's going to be a cryptocurrency related play. I think that SRDP is definitely one to watch out for. We saw some nice highs on SRDP already today. High of the day was at 12.85, 52-week highs at 13. So we're getting really close to that area. Just something to watch out for. If it breaks that resistance at, where would I have it on the chart? Let me pull the chart back up over at WeTrade. So if it breaks this resistance here at 12.5 cents, again, we could see a nice little move up to 13. And then at 13, it's kind of clear blue skies for a while. So, what am I going to do? What should you do as far as entries on this? One thing that I always tell folks within the OTC, that if you're going to take a chance on something, especially that's as thinly traded as this, is a double-edged sword with a thinly traded stock. I always say that if you don't want to, if the FOMO is too real on something like this, right? And you're afraid that you're going to miss the boat, okay, fine. But don't throw all of your money, all of it, all at once. So we also talk about scaling yourself into stocks to minimize risk. And so this would be one of those instances where I would do that. If you're looking to get in SRDP, trying to get it at a lower price, I would do it with a smaller position size and then maybe put in like a really crazy shit bid. What I mean by that is, like, if it's at a really low bid price, and I'm looking at it right now, I think that like a really okay bid price would be somewhere around 9 cents, 10 cent range. It's kind of been coming down in that area. So you might be able to get lucky and get your order filled there, but there is some issues of liquidity. And a lot of that has to do with the share structure. But I think it also has to deal with the fact that there's not a lot of people looking at this, and because they don't realize that the merger is actually taking place here. I don't know how many people have really kind of paid attention to the name change on the Secretary of State. And given the fact that, cryptocurrency is starting to become relevant again, people start searching this out. And so this is one that I think you could potentially get in on early. So just keep that in mind. And again, like I said, manage that risk wisely. This is going to be one of those plays where if it really starts to get going, dollar volume starts to move in, the share structure is set up for a large amount of dollar volume. With the volume that's coming in right now, the way the share structure is, it feels illiquid. But if dollars start flowing in, it's going to move a lot easier and a lot nicer. And I think that you'll be happy if you got a pretty low entry on SRDP. So next one's going to be MGTI. This one's got insane volume today. Started to break out of this channel here. So it's breaking out over 8 cents. 8 cents seemed to be like a decent resistance there. And now it's starting to break out. So let me pull that up. MGTI. It's up now 20% up. I got in at 081. This morning I announced it out. I announced this in my morning mentorship group, which if you're interested in checking out the morning mentorship group, the links are in the description below. But I got it in this at 081, starting to make a nice little move. This is some insane volume that I just could not ignore on MGTI. It's another cryptocurrency related stock. And again, this is basically just moving because Bitcoin's moving. And there's a lot of other good due diligence that's going into MGTI, but this type of volume is just something that I can't ignore the momentum that's going on with this one. So MGTI making a nice little move. I don't know how long I'll be holding on to this one, but as long as Bitcoin is starting to become a little more relevant, as long as it continues to move up, I probably will take a little swing position on MGTI. from the 081 and see where this goes from here. Obviously, I'm green already, so I'm pretty happy with it so far. We'll see kind of where it goes from here. Last one that I wanted to talk about was DIGAF. Now, this is one that I talked about. If you guys recall, I put out a video about top cryptocurrency related stocks to watch. And this is one of them. DIGAF kind of really reacts to the crypto, or really reacts to Bitcoin and how it moves as well. And you can go back and we can look to see how, back in the day, back in 2017, had the same type of pattern. And we can see this with DIGAF. It's a little bit of a delayed reaction so far on DIGAF, and they do have a little bit of shares to convert. So it all kind of depends on how much volume comes in on DIGAF right now, but could make a nice little move if Bitcoin continues to rally here as well. So looking right now, it's up about 15%, trading at 0148. I talked about this when it was, sub penny. So, if you were able to take a position on this and see long-term value on DIGAF as far as the crypto space is concerned, then I think that you probably would have fared well already. Do I think it's going to continue? I think as long as Bitcoin continues, DIGAF will continue. So, we'll just kind of, take a look at those and see how else they're moving. Other stocks that are moving that are not cryptocurrency related so far, it's really not much else, guys. QPRC is starting to make a little bit of a comeback. One of the stocks to watch for this week. ASKH made a nice little move over 6 cents. Was another one that we had on Stock Watch Sunday. And that's kind of it. Overall, it's a pretty low volume day with the exception of a select few. And those are the ones that we're talking about today. So any other questions? Let me see if I have anything else. Are we talking about LFAP? No, we're not talking about LFAP. There's nothing going on with LFAP right now. Yeah, just trading. That's down 4%. 31 trades on the day. Just low volume. That's the thing I was kind of talking to you guys about earlier about LFAP. I still see value here, but the thing is that people are just getting bored. They haven't really communicated with us on anything of significance, and so people are just kind of like, okay, I'm sick of this. I'm ready to go take my money out and trade it somewhere else because there's nothing going on with LFAP. Having said that, there's opportunities for you to be able to capitalize on other people's impatience and boredom. So we looked at, key resistance areas already, kind of talked about LFAP at length. So I don't want to go into too much else other than the fact of just saying that, yes, I still see the long-term value on LFAP. And, if you see opportunities to capitalize on potential dips, what have you, then I would suggest doing that. BMMJ, by the way, also did break a key resistance area. There's another stock to watch. We've been watching it for quite some time. It's been the gift that keeps on giving is BMMJ. Broke a key resistance, looking like it could potentially break out here now that it's trading at 207 from that 94-cent dip. So, let's see. I think so too, guys. I think Pride Month for LFAP could be a good month for them. But that's basically it. SRDP, I really think it's going to make a nice little move. So already has so far. If it busts out of that 013 52-week high, it could make a nice move from there. I don't think a lot of people really understand or realize that merger or reverse merger is definitely happening. So, all right. Well, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let me know if, the giving you a couple of minutes to kind of get yourself situated is a good idea. It's just something that I started new, just to kind of get some folks rolling in. I know that the YouTube notification system is a little bit delayed, so I don't want to just get started right away like I usually do, just so that I can give you guys some time to, show up. So if you guys like that, let me know, and let me know what you're watching. Do you think that you should be trading Bitcoin right now? Do you think that, any of these cryptocurrency related stocks are worth taking a look at? Do you have your own cryptocurrency related stocks that you would like to comment on as well? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll even pin you if you provide a valid point on the stock that you are watching. So with that said, I hope that I earned a thumbs up today, guys. Subscribe if you are visiting for the first time and you want to see more content such as this. And as always, folks, I will see you all before the bell. B. Smith is out. Have a good one, guys.